In the heart of downtown San Francisco, the towering glass building of Technova Industries shimmered in the morning sun. But inside, panic was spreading. A critical error in the company's flagship AI software had brought their defense contract to a standstill. With just days before a billion-dollar investor presentation, every second counted. The problem? 30 of the top engineers from across the country had already failed to fix the bug. Mr. Sterling, the CEO, stood at the head of a massive boardroom table, his voice sharp. If we can't solve this by Monday, the deal is dead. That means layoffs. That means collapse. Meanwhile, outside the glass walls of the lobby, Alina, a young delivery girl, walked in holding a lunch order for one of the junior engineers. Her hoodie was worn, her shoes dusty from the bus ride. She was used to being overlooked, but while she waited, her eyes wandered to a large monitor behind the reception desk. The screen flickered with lines of code and system logs. Her brows furrowed. She recognized the error instantly. It was a logical loop mistake, one she had fixed in her own projects back when she used to code at night after her delivery shifts. An engineer rushed past her and dropped a folder. Alina bent to help. As they exchanged small talk, the engineer mentioned the crisis upstairs. Alina hesitated, then said quietly, "I think I know what's wrong." He gave a skeptical look. "You no code?" "Fluent," she smiled. "I used to study software engineering, had to drop out family stuff, but I've kept learning." For a moment he stood in silence. Then, against every company rule, he took a chance. "Come with me." Minutes later, Alina stood in front of a terminal deep inside the tech floor. Her fingers flew across the keyboard. The system pushed back, but she pushed harder. Code flew, commands executed, logic restructured. And then, silence. The system rebooted. The red error message disappeared. In the boardroom above, the screen flickered. "System online, no errors detected." Executives stared in disbelief. "What just happened?" Mr. Sterling demanded. And far below, the girl in the hoodie stood up from the terminal, heart pounding, completely unaware that her life was about to change forever. The moment the red error vanished from the system, a silence swept through Technova's executive floor. CEO Mr. Sterling stared at the screen, stunned. Then, slowly, the room erupted with applause and gasps of relief. Someone had done the impossible, but no one knew who. Downstairs, Alina was quietly gathering her things. The engineer who let her in, Jake, was still in awe. "I can't believe you just did that. They'll want to meet you." Alina shook her head. "I'm just a delivery girl. I shouldn't have even touched the terminal." But Jake had already hit the elevator button. By the time they reached the executive floor, a group of senior engineers was already investigating who accessed the system. "Someone from outside the staff made the fix," one of them said. "We tracked it to Terminal 42. Mr. Sterling's eyes narrowed. "Bring them here now." When Alina stepped into the boardroom, every eye turned to her. The CEO looked confused. "Is this a joke?" Jake stepped forward. "She's the one who fixed the system." A few board members chuckled. One of them scoffed, "You're telling me 30 of the best engineers failed, and a girl who delivers sandwiches just fixed it?" Alina didn't flinch. She walked forward, opened a whiteboard marker, and calmly broke down exactly what she saw in the code, how she rewrote the faulty logic, and what patch she implemented. By the time she was done, there was dead silence. And then Mr. Sterling stood up. "What's your name?" "Alina Reyes." He nodded slowly. "Alina, how would you like to come work for us? Full-time, paid, no resume needed." Tears welled in her eyes. "I'd love to." As she walked out of the room later that day, a custom badge already clipped to her jacket, the once mock delivery girl became the company's newest junior developer, on fast track to leadership. A week later, Alina sat in the audience as Mr. Sterling presented the fixed system to investors. And when asked how they solved the crisis, he simply smiled and said, "We stopped looking at resumes and started looking at talent." The room gave a standing ovation, and Alina, she just smiled quietly, knowing that the code she once wrote in silence had finally spoken loud enough for the world to hear.